Hey everyone, and welcome or welcome back to the channel. This is your host Carmina, and today we are going to do a little crossover. We're going to talk about two things that I like. We're going to combine my love for plants with my interest in human design by comparing plants to the aura types. One of the fundamental things for human design is aura types. People in the world are grouped in 4 aura types. Some say it's 5, and I'm going to specify where that differentiation happens. But we're just going to look at aura types in correspondence to plants. The first aura type that we're going to be talking about is the manifestor aura. I'm going to post a picture here of the aura, what it's depicted like. It's like a closed and repelling aura. The manifestor is a type that's here to set things in motion. It's not here to take in other things, other aura types, so that's why it has these characteristics. The manifestor aura has to just push forward to, go on its way, and that's why I compare it to thorny plants, right? Even if you look at this aura depiction, it looks like it has thorns, right? Repellent. So it's going to be either like a cactus in the desert that's just full of juice and it's repelling anything trying to attack it, to eat it, or it could be like a rose, which is also thorny, although beautiful, or it could be a citrus tree that are very thorny. I don't know if you've ever tried to climb a citrus tree, but they have thorns this big and very sharp. So this aura of the manifestor makes people uncomfortable. Manifestors unconsciously are looked at with a bit of fear, like the other types kind of try to control them because they don't know what they're going to do next. So in human design, it's good if you're a manifestor to inform before you act, to inform those who will be impacted by your actions. And that way, people won't resist, won't put challenges, won't block you in your way. So that's the manifestor aura, thorny aura, cacti, roses, citrus, and whatever pikey thing that you can think of. Okay, the second aura type we are going to be looking at is the generator aura. Some people say they are two different auras because we have manifesting generators that have a defined sacral and a defined throat, and pure generators that only have a defined sacral. But either way, they are regarded as generators because they have the sacral defined. They make up about 70% of the population. So they're basically everywhere. Their aura is enveloping, it's pulling things towards them, so it's pulling life towards them. So I would compare this more to grass. Grass is everywhere. You see it all over, just like generators are everywhere, grass grows everywhere. Persistent, like the generator aura with their defined sacral, they can do consistent action. If they like it, of course, if they find satisfaction in it, they can work very consistently. The difference between the pure generators and the manifesting generators is that the manifesting generators also have a defined throat, so they tend to want to move faster, they tend to be less patient, they tend to want to grow faster. So we can compare them to grass in the tropics that grows like 2 meters high, or even bamboo trees, which is also grass, right? That's the generator aura. It's all enveloping, it's responsive. Subscribe if you like these pink carnations. Okay, now let's move on to the next aura type. We have the projector aura. And the projector aura is like a tunnel. It's very focused. narrowing its focus. It's clinging its focus to whatever topic, to whatever object, to whatever person they are interested in. So the projector aura, I would consider, is like a mistletoe, because mistletoe clings to the tree. It's very focused on the tree. The projector has the capacity to do very well on one-on-one with people, with teaching them, with guiding them. Some of you dedicated gardeners or botanists or plant lovers will say, yeah, but isn't the mistletoe like a hemiparasitic plant? Well, yes, but hemiparasitic plants are not so dangerous as the holoparasitic plants. And then if you really want to be nerdy about it, you can think about the symbiotic plants like lichens that have fungi, joining forces with certain algae. Okay, so think about that. And the last but not least, we go to the rarest type in human design, which is the reflector. So the reflector is so interesting because they have no defined centers. About 1% of the human population are reflectors. So compare that to the 70% generators, 1% reflectors, that's quite a difference. Since they do not have any defined centers, they depend a lot on the moon cycle, on the lunar cycle, on the lunar transits to make a decision. They have to wait for a lunar cycle to make an important decision. And they also depend on the people around them. They depend on the environment around them. So the reflector aura is called sampling and resistant. The signature of the reflectors is surprise. So they like to be in the moment. The question that they ask themselves is like, who am I in this moment? So I was thinking that, okay, because reflectors are so changeable according to, the environment, they could be any plant that changes color during fall. But then that's not going to be narrow enough because reflectors are like 1% of the population. So then I looked up some color changing plants and I found there is this species of hydrangea that changes color according to the soil. If the soil is more alkaline, then the flowers are pink. If the soil is more acid, then the flowers turn more blue. So I think that's perfect for the reflector because they are so dependent on the environment they're on the transits, on other people, on the lunar cycle. So yeah, hydrangea for reflectors. I'm sure you can find a billion more correspondences, but this is what I came up with today. It was very fun for me to think of these things. I always thought, since I read the first time about human design, I thought that, okay, manifestors are like cacti because they have thorns. But then I was talking to a friend of mine and he said, why don't you find correspondences for the other types? And him being a projector, I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. So here we are. And if you're interested in human design, I am in the middle of teaching a 10-class course. You can still join if you want, and I'll send you the recordings so you can catch up. My website is, as always, carmina-amza.com. See you guys again soon. Take care. Bye. Bye.